Hi everyone, Marla Miller from marlamiller.com presenting Quick Query Critique number 81. This query letter is also a redo, and when I presented a workshop at the Southern California Writers Association, this writer also read, and I invited him to resubmit, which he has done, and so I want to give him feedback. My printer is out of ink, so I'm going to have to read from the computer, so if I look a little weird, it's because of that. But before I get to that, I just want to let everyone know that the query letters are getting very popular. I have jumped on a lot of sites in the last, like 3 to 6 months, and I call it seeding the field, which, is a platform enhancing strategy that I hope many of you are also employing or will consider employing, because it's how you get yourself out there. The long and the short of it is that I've been jumping in, websites and in chat rooms, etc., writer chat rooms, and offering my 2 cents about query letters, and people are now finding me at marlamiller.com. So I'm getting a lot of query letters, and a lot of writers are asking me for privates, which my subscribers don't, but I've been surprised because I've been doing this for a while. But lots of people are saying they'd rather not have their query letter on the site or on YouTube, but they want the service. So for that, I charge $25, but it's a 15-minute phone session with a one rewrite that I'll also re-critique. So if that's something that interests you, let me know and we can get that going. And if not, we'll just continue to offer free query critiques, one per subscriber. After that, you got to pay $10. Okay, here we go. And as I said, if I'm looking funny, it's because I'm reading from my computer. All right, and where is it? Here we go. Dear Blank, now that Matt Pettis has quarterbacked tiny Bishop Conrad High into the championship game, what is he supposed to do about Bad Bear Spackleford, the meanest player in the state, lined up directly opposite him? What is he supposed to do when she's a girl? What is he supposed to do when he's in love with her? Bad Bear, comedy drama, 110,000 words, features Dee Spackleford as a once-in-a-generation girl athlete whose gridiron, I think that's how you say it, talents have made her a celebrity. As her unlikely suitor, Matt finds himself thrust into the spotlight, usually to his embarrassment. Now, as the nation watches the sweethearts square off in a Billie Jean versus Bobby Riggs spectacle for the championship, can their romance survive, and whose team will win? I have served many years as a critique committee chairman at the Southern California Writers Association, where I've coached numerous writers to publication. My novel, Blank, by Blank Press, 2010, is available through Kindle, Amazon, and Barnes & Noble. Thank you for your kind consideration. Okay. So what do I think of Bad Bear? I remember that this writer, I remember the critique because he didn't submit it. I don't have a copy of it, but I remember the storyline. And one of the things that I know I said to him at that time was that Billie Jean and Bobby Riggs might be dated, and here's why. I'm assuming, and again, folks, this writer did not put what genre his query letter is in. I'm assuming it's young adult because Matt is a high school senior, and so he's old enough to be the narrator or the protagonist of this young adult novel. I'm going to assume it is. Okay. So if that's the case, I think 110 words, a lot, but that's up to the writer, and we always like to write more versus less, because should you get lucky enough to sell, editors pretty much take care of the excess. Okay, so what do I think of Bad Bear? Well, I think that as a storyline with a boy and a girl on opposing high school football teams, with the girl maybe just a teensy bit better than the boy, that I can see where this would be problematic for the boy. And, so I think it makes for um, an entertaining storyline. I don't quite know how it fills up 110,000 words because I don't really see what else is here. There's a big game. It's kind of a boy meets girl. They have conflict on the field. The big game comes, and then what? I assume the game is over, and their romance will either survive or not survive. I guess the other thing about this that I just want to encourage this writer to think about is that if these two folks are in their teens, whether their romance survives or not doesn't seem to be as essential or as critical or as compelling as it would if they were maybe 5 or 10 years older, because high school romances often fade, and if they don't fade because they're on opposing teams, they fade because they go off to college. So I'm not sure. I'd like to know if there's more, if there are more subplots in this novel that might pique my interest if I were an agent. As it stands, to me, this looks like a pretty good short story, but because I don't see much more than one narrative through line, which is what I said, boy and girl meet, they conflict, and I guess they resolve it. So that's a pretty long, 110 words, 110,000 words is a long way of writing the end of that story, or you know what I mean. So I'm sorry that my news isn't better. It could be that this query letter just needs to be fleshed out more. We need to know more about some other characters that might be, menacing or threatening, or is there something else going on? I'm sorry my news isn't better to this writer. Until the next time, I encourage you all to be well. Keep writing.